Hi everyone, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel. This channel is going to be about the reality of Canadian non-prescriptive homeschooling. And what I mean by that is that I work full-time and I also run a business. My husband is the one that stays home with our daughter, and we're so lucky to have him. And my daughter, she's almost 4. And right now we don't have any sort of prescription about what kind of homeschooling we do. I was calling it unschooling for a while, but then I also realized that sometimes workbooks and some curriculum also work. So we're very eclectic. We like to use unit studies, workbooks, curriculum if it's needed, but really we let our daughter sort of guide the path that we're on. We're a unique situation because I am the one that is working. I do get to work from home, which is awesome. So my husband is the one that is doing most of the homeschooling with my daughter. We're also unique in terms of at least what's available on YouTube, in that we are Canadian, so we live in Ontario, Canada. Another area that we find is sort of underpopulated or underrepresented, I should say, is we're secular homeschoolers. So we don't do any Bible study or any sort of religion study within our schooling. I'm also pretty different in terms of like who I am as a homeschooler. A lot of homeschoolers are, the Pinterest awesome. They have classrooms that they're in their homes. They have schoolrooms. We just use the home. We have a small home, a modest home, and we just use the space we have. We love to outdoor school. So forced school is something that I have been working on a lot myself lately. So on this channel, you're going to see those types of things. You're going to see a little bit of workbooks, a little bit of unit studies, some outdoor schooling. But again, I don't maybe look like the typical homeschooler. I've got some purple in my hair currently, and that's okay with me. But I've been having a hard time finding like-minded people or people that I have been able to feel represented and kindred with. So I figured if I can't find anyone out there, I guess I'll just create some stuff. I am by no means any kind of professional videographer or anything. I hope to learn more as we move along, but I do have a strong passion for education, learning, not an education. I don't want that typical sort of schooling, but I really do want my daughter to continue to be curious about life. And that's sort of what led us to our homeschooling journey, is we noticed how curious, naturally curious she was. And I remember being that way when I was young. And the public school system just didn't give me the opportunity that I was looking for to expand on that, to continue. I interestingly work in higher education and a lot on online education as part of my job. So there's a little bit of conflicting elements there of what I do for my job versus what I do in my home with my daughter. Anyhow, I hope you join us if you any interest in homeschooling, being Canadian homeschooling, because that has its own challenges of getting materials or finding applicable curriculum. If you have any interest in seeing outdoor schooling, forest schooling, natural student-led schooling, inquiry-based unschooling, those are sort of all in the realm of what we're going to be doing here on this channel. Although I doubt my husband will be joining me on the channel, he, like I said, is the one that is doing most of the actual schooling with my daughter. So I sort of help plan, some activities and whatnot, and then they just go about their day and whatever happens, happens. So again, I find we're a very unique situation, and I hope that you're able to relate to some of that. Thanks so much for joining me on the channel. I hope you enjoy. Please feel free to subscribe and share. And if you have any requests for videos, things that you think would be helpful for you, I'd love to hear from you.